Hello everyone, so welcome back to a new installment of all the Fate stuff. Again, apologies if I have any mishaps in this. I've been fighting off a fever, so at the moment I'm doing pretty good, but there's moments where I get severe dizziness and stuff, so hopefully I don't drop anything. I just really wanted to talk about this beautiful scale figure because I feel like she's not getting the attention that she absolutely deserves. The figure company that made this Koyanskya figure is Flare. And also, the box is really simple and it is another, just plastic, but I also really liked how they did the box with, it's just got that nice, simpleness that's really enjoyable about it. Now, apparently the way that I opened it, and it might be because I discovered a cat was sitting on my box one day after I popped it open, that sometimes its lid likes to pop up. But this is such a nice, pretty box, and I'm actually gonna switch over to showing you all close-ups of it. I wasn't originally going to film this video, so that's why there's this segment that is from when I recorded it for a quick TikTok unboxing, because I thought so many people were going to be covering this figure, and then I literally just went looking information about her earlier and only found 2 videos about her, so I was like, well, that's really disappointing. So this figure is gorgeous. I love they did this nice mixture of matte finish while also doing some translucent kind of work too. Apparently I got dust on her fan already. The figure manufacturer Flare, which I know a lot of the hardcore collectors you'll see post stuff for, don't really like their work because for whatever reason they don't find their stuff high enough quality. I'm not really sure what they're looking at or receiving because I've never had that problem. Now again, I don't have 50 Flare figures, so I can't test the consistency on that matter, but I occasionally, I think, have a couple of their pieces, and she's one of them, and I absolutely love how she came out. She matches up perfectly to her stock photos and concept art. And this is one of my absolute favorite outfits for her in the game. It's her Chinese Lost Belt outfit, which is Lost Belt 3 from the app game. I think it's 3. It's 3 or 4. This is definitely my favorite outfit for hers by far, so I was really excited when they just made this announcement. But yeah, it's very faithful to her outfit in the game. And I also really like that she comes with 2 extra pairs of glasses that you can swap onto her, and she has a swappable head for the, conniving expression, we'll call it. But so yeah, that face. So it's just really nice to have that ability to, switch up how she's designed, or displayed, without, having to pay, an arm and a leg for something that is more elaborate, because some of the Fate figures that have a lot of display variants are just really expensive, where this one was more wallet friendly. Now obviously it's still a scale figure, so it's not cheap or anything like that, but it's definitely worth it. And I didn't even realize the plastic for her dress is a little bit bendy, so if you do have a problem with her falling, it might not even break on you either. Bonus points, especially if you have pets, like I do, because they're constantly terrorizing my stuff. But yeah, so there was a lot of cool small details, her base, even though it's really simple, I really liked how they did it, and I thought it was surprising. Oh, that was really hard to get out. But her tail is just solid plastic. It's all there. It's pretty heavy. I guess maybe the downside about that is the spot that you click her tail into is one of those, it's not very easy to get it into, and it can feel like you're about to break the tail off accidentally. But you just have to be careful with putting like that gentle pressure force, if that makes any sense. But just one of those gently applying the tail on. And you don't have to worry about like her fan being lost because it's mounted into her hand. I've got a few figures that have fans and stuff, but they made them be like something that you put on them afterwards, which I guess maybe makes sense to them, but I honestly kind of hate that when they do that because I'm constantly just knocking the fan right out their hand and it just goes flying across my shelf or whatever, or a cat finds it and then it's just gone. I do usually find them again, but it takes me a bit. And I can't stress enough about, like, at first I was questioning if it was even serious to have metal posts, but once you get her tail on there, like, she's actually a pretty decently heavy, so I am so happy that they went with metal posts for her feet because especially I'm looking at any of my figures that are like 20 years old, they're all guilty of having plastic pegs, even if they're heavy, or have like a leaning pose that they really should have a metal peg for and don't for that support. So it's just really nice that once again more figure companies are moving towards having a metal post in the feet because it's really frustrating to keep having to fix figures that they just break because over time on display, or they can be easily snapped from their base because it's plastic and the way that the weight work like is distributed on it just does not work well for their safety. But yeah, so here's the close-ups of her with her different parts. She's an absolute jewel, and I'm so happy to have her in my collection now. I kept her on a pretty visible shelf in my room so I can literally see her when I'm like laying in bed, and I've just stared at her a bunch because it's such a nicely done figure that you can admire pretty well even from afar. That wraps up today's little quick video figure spotlight. I just wanted to show her off because I feel like this figure just has not gotten enough love, and I absolutely adore her and have been dying for her to come out for like a year or something. Like, I think she was announced a while ago, so I was just so excited, and fingers crossed that they do more of like Grand Order outfits like this. Like, I'd honestly probably buy a couple of her other outfits too, because like her Avalon like military dress outfit was really cool, and her Indian Lost Belt outfit was definitely, I remember it being pretty fun. I'm not remembering it quite well because it's been a while since I've played that. Or just more scale figures for her in general, because I would totally pick up like her Darkness outfits for her 4 and her 5-star, and her 5-star as an assassin with like those outfits. They've done 3rd Ascension and a prize and a scale, but getting more figures of her would definitely be cool. Not necessary, because like I'm very happy with this figure, but it's just one of those I would love to have a few more of her because I've grown to really love her, even though she's like really not your ally at all. Might help because she's a Tamamo, so I've come to really love Tamamo too. But yeah, so that's it, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!